Shiras Panchadhyaya Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 30, text number 38. When the Ras dance festival began in Vrindavan, Krishna attracted all the gopis to him and brought them near him. The biggest festival was this Ras festival, and the Ras present in this festival, Krishna desired to distribute that to the gopis. The living entities, since many lives, after staying in Maya, they performed sadhan bhajan. In the sadhan there is some happiness or ananda. However, in the perfected state, when you reach that perfected state, there is also a sadhan or practice there. We should not think that we have achieved some place in the perfected world through our sadhana, but there, now we are liberated and we do not need to do anything. It is not like that. However much a student studies, and they may even become a PhD or D.Lit, still they need to practice, and there is always something more to learn. We should not think that once we have achieved everything and then we are finished. This is like a business person. For general people, the rules and regulations of dharma, and in the spiritual world it is a different thing. There we are always working to tasting fresher and ever-increasing waves of love and service. So we should not think we are ever finished. We always want to develop more and to serve better and to please the Lord even more. Not that, now we have entered the spiritual world and now everything is completed. No. There is so much need to learn even there. So, Srimati Radharani is with Krishna, and all the Sakhis and Brajadevis, they are searching for Krishna. Why? Krishna attracted them all to him. He brought them to him, and then afterwards he looked to see. I called them and saw their nature in front of me, and now I am leaving them, and I will see also what they do separated from me. That are they still with me, or are they with themselves? Or are they with one another or someone else? Krishna is the indwelling witness or Paramatma. Then does he not know this already? He knows everything. But if we do not have personal experience, then we cannot progress. We should know where we are. Are we still in the stage of practice, or are we perfected? Where are we now? Krishna knows everything, but he gives us these lessons so that we can learn through practical experience. The gopis also, they did not offend Krishna, but still Krishna exhibited these pastimes to give further knowledge and experience and realization to the gopis, or avigyan. He wanted to give them a perfect type of gyan or knowledge. What is that? Where is our eternal current coming from? Where is the fountainhead of that ras? And how can we get that? Ananda Chinmaya Ras, or spiritual transcendental bliss. That he started the festival of that, but where is the fountainhead of that ras? Where will we get that ras from? Who will give it to us? Who will always provide it for us? Who has that? Krishna says, I called you to me. However, now I wanted to acquaint you with my beloveds, my dearmost beloved. But I want you to also be able to achieve ever-increasing waves of love and service. Mahaprabhu, for example, Raghunath Das Goswami came to him and he had so much strong renunciation. He was very strong in his renunciation. It is said that his renunciation is like lines in a stone. Wherever he was always so renounced. And he was following the instructions of Mahaprabhu, and by that, Vairagya, he reached Mahaprabhu, and Mahaprabhu was pleased with him. He said, Krishna is very merciful. He took you out of the ditch full of stool or household life and brought you here to me. He said, I do not know who is Krishna, but I know you alone, and by your mercy I have escaped this drain of household life and come to you. But Mahaprabhu did not keep Raghunath with him. Instead, he gave him to Swarup Damodar. Why? This is the eternal relationship, and that is the method to get that eternal rest. Then what did Swarup Damodar do? Whatever he would discuss and whatever he experienced with Mahaprabhu in the Gambhira, he would relay that to Raghunath Das Goswami. That rest that Mahaprabhu tastes, and that rest by which everyone can be nourished, he would give that to Raghunath, and then Raghunath would take notes of this. And during the time of his bhajan, he would meditate on these pastimes of the Lord in the Gambhira, and then these would appear within his heart in ever fresh ways. So this is not some small thing or some small matter, that it has like some end point. It is never finished. Instead, it only increases more and more. But now this festival that is going on, where will we get that from? Who will continue to give us that nourishment? We need to know this, or be acquainted with this. Therefore, what did Krishna do? He took Srimati Radhika aside with him. However, in the middle, he also separated himself from Srimati Radhika. Why? They were working very hard looking for him and asking the plants and trees and going here and there to everyone, but they did not know who to ask, who will give the response, and who has Krishna in her possession. Like, we may want to go to someone's house, but if we do not know the directions, we may ask anyone on the pathway, where is this person's house? But if they don't know that person or know where they live, then how can they help you? You may ask like a cowherder or like some person who sells something on the footpath, but not everyone can give you good directions. And if you have connection with the real property owner, then they can tell you where to go. Also, if someone is like a very high minister or businessman, then they themselves will not tell you. You will have to go through someone who is like a secretary or a servant of them. But if they have someone very dear to them, then they will tell you how to reach them, if you can connect to that person. So Krishna says, they are asking everyone, the plants, the river, the creepers, the flowers, the deer, everyone. But who will actually be able to tell them where I am? They do not know this. They have become Krishna-moy, fully absorbed in me, but they don't know. What position are we in? And where should we go? Therefore, first of all, Krishna showed them his footprints and gave them darshan of that. After this, the gopis became filled with joy, and they thought, now we shall take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. As their faith awoke in Sri Krishna's lotus feet, then they saw the combined footprints of Radha and Krishna, or Yugal Charan. Then they thought, oh, who is that beloved gopi who is so dear to Sri Krishna that she has controlled him with her love, and he has taken her aside, leaving all of us behind. The Svapaksha gopis were very happy, and the Vipaksha gopis were feeling some enmity or sadness, and those who are suhrit or friendly to Radharani, they were not so disturbed. And those who were neutral, they were indifferent. So then Krishna, he was Antaryami, and he saw, now I will also leave Radharani. Why? If they take shelter of her, then from Srimati Radhika, the transcendental Ras festival, they will be able to properly experience that. That is the Ananda Chinmaya Ras, the transcendental festival of bliss. How can they also be continuously present within this Ras, and how can they enter the path of spiritual progress? She will arrange all of that. Therefore, I will leave Radharani as well, so that they can take shelter of her. Otherwise, Krishna would never leave Srimati Radhika. No one likes to give up their beloved, and that Krishna also will have to suffer in separation from Srimati Radhika. We should not think only the gopis are suffering in separation. Also, Krishna will feel separation. That's why he does not like to leave her for even a moment. But today, for this help for the gopis, that he left Srimati Radhika, but we should not think Krishna was happy to leave her for even a moment. Krishna saw that he brought Rukmini and Satyabhama, Chitra, so many others, Jambavati, and he brought and married 16,108 queens, but still he was not satisfied and was always thinking of Srimati Radhika and the Brajadevis. They had someone else besides Krishna. They were not completely one-pointed like the Brajadevis were. Those who only have Sri Krishna and nothing else and do not desire anything else, then for them Sri Krishna is indebted even. So, for those Brajadevis, I will also leave Radharani alone, like an orphan in the jungle or forest, and disappear. For example, Ram left Sita-devi, and she had to suffer after being kidnapped by Ravan. Also, Ram left her out. Even after coming back to Ayodhya, he left her out in the jungle, simply because a washerman spoke ill of her or him? No, it was not like that. We should not think he left her just because of the washerman's criticism about his character and her character. That, he thought by Sita being in the jungle, all the sages will receive so much mercy and blessings and be able to get her mercy. Then they can understand Ram. If Sita is in her palace, then the sages will not come there, and the brahmacharis will not come into the palace of the king. Also the animals and birds will not come. So Ram has so much mercy for everyone. He became the king, and he thinks of the welfare of all his subjects. The sages who live in the jungle, what will happen with them? Everyone knows the quality of Ram and the glories of Ram, but they do not know the glories of Sita-devi. And now they had some ordinary conception towards Sita-devi. They thought that Ravan stole her away and had that power, and thought, Sita had no power to destroy Ravan or to resist Ravan or any demon, and they thought Ram saved her, and that Ram completed everything or killed Ravan. But who did everything in reality? Without Shakti, Shaktiman has nothing. Without potency, the potent can do nothing. So Sita first went to Ravan and began to arrange for his liberation. She first went. If she did not go, then how would Ram go? So this is all Sita's work. But still, people think of Sita as ordinary. And that she could not help herself, that she was like a helpless woman, and that she was captured by Ravan in the guise of a sannyasi. So Ram thought, like my Hanuman is such a great sevak, and Sita is my great Shakti. So now I want to establish the glories of my Sita-devi in this world. Then, in this way, he separated himself from Sita-devi and left her in the forest. After they returned from Sri Lanka, when she went to the ashram of Valmiki ji, then Without the service of Ram or meditation of Ram, she knew nothing else. She was always absorbed in his internal service, and if anyone spoke ill of Lord Ram, she would be very disturbed and would chastise them. That, even in Lanka, she would not allow anyone to speak ill of Ram. And many demonesses would threaten or try to disturb Sita, but finally everyone became favorable to her. All the different attendants in the grove where she was in Lanka. So then in the ashram, after she left Ayodhya, then all the different sages, the brahmacharis, brahmacharinis, all the different animals and birds, she gave mercy to everyone. And by her presence there, everyone began to change. When her two sons, Love and Kush, became a little older, and they were staying with her and Guruji, then they asked to give some dakshin to the Gurudev. Then Gurudev said, by whose mercy we are all here being maintained without any difficulties, without any disturbance of any demons, and we're all happily residing here, then, you should glorify that person. No one knows that person's glories. That will be my dakshina. I will teach you the Ramayana. And after that, you will preach the Ramayana. Let Ram Katha be preached everywhere, in all directions. That is my dakshina. Why? That by staying with Sita-devi, so much faith came in Lord Ram and realized how to achieve one-pointed devotion. And then the duty of the disciple or the person in the shelter of the Guru is to preach the glories of Bhagavan. Otherwise, what kind of disciple are we? So, Valmiki ji, who is the disciple of Bharadwaj, now he began to, by the glory of Sita-devi, he began to instruct her two boys in the glories of Lord Ram and told them to preach those glories. Then when Love and Kush took a veena in their hands and with a very beautiful melody and tone began to sing the glories of Lord Ram as well as the pastimes of Sita-devi, that Valmiki taught them so nicely the glories of Sita and taught them how no one is so chaste and pure as Sita, and it is never possible in the future for anyone to be so glorious and pure as Sita. What to speak of the past or present, not even in the future will be possible. And he glorified Sita-devi's qualities and taught them how that if anyone is envious towards the feet of Lord Sita-devi, or if anyone is antagonistic towards her, then they will be destroyed. So he glorified Sita, and then village to village and town to town, Love and Kush went and preached the glories of Sita-ram, and then helps people understand that by disrespecting Sita-devi, one would himself or herself suffer. After Sita left Ayodhya, Ram never slept on a bed. He always stayed on the ground, and he would not take any royal food like a king. He would only take some roots, leaves, fruits, and so forth. He never enjoyed himself like a king. And also, who could understand the sadness that Ram felt? Who could understand his heart and how much he was suffering in the absence of his beloved Sita? When Love and Kush began to preach the glories of Sita-ram, village to village and town to town, everywhere, everyone became very sad and restless, and they began to lament, Ha Sita, and how much wrong we have committed, that it is like now we are suffering so much, having somehow being implicated in her leaving Ayodhya. Gradually, Ram heard about these two sons of the sages who were singing the Ramayana everywhere, and the glories of Sita and the glories of Ayodhya. And hundreds of thousands of people would be weeping hearing this singing of Love and Kush, and they felt so much sadness for having blamed Sita and they exclaimed together how glorious and pure Sita-devi is, and that by her glories everyone can understand or feel peaceful themselves. Then when Sita went to Lanka and stayed there for 1 year, everyone gradually began to transform. Those were Rakshasis, demonesses, who would before try to disturb her so much. Gradually they became peaceful. And also even the ocean, which was before very restless, became peaceful. And Mandodari, the wife of Ravan, would again and again request Ravan to release Sita. Also Meghanad, the son of Ravan, and the brother Kumbhakarna, they all said, "Oh Ravan, brother, father, please send Sita home to Ravan. You should send her home. This is very wrong what you have done." Everyone began to change except for Ravan. However, this was the arrangement of Kal to destroy the demons. So then Lav and Kush, by the power of their Guru, which he had instilled them with, they were preaching the glories of Sitaram everywhere. This is the true duty of a disciple. Then Lord Ram invited Lav and Kush to Ayodhya, the capital, and he said, "Please also come to the capital, and there in our palace, in the royal assembly, please sing." Then when they came for the first day and sang, the mothers of Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrugna, as well as the brothers, Vaishistha, the royal priest, Sumanta, the minister, everyone sat and listened, and everyone began to weep bitterly. They said this was not Sita's Vanvas, this is Ram's Vanvas. Ram has been living like exiled. He would always lament so much, but no one could understand the suffering and sadness of Lord Ram. Everyone would say, "Oh, Ram is Maryada Purushottam, he has done good, he is following proper etiquette and dharma. Oh, if Sita had some fault, then he could give punishment. If someone said she is at fault, oh, and you listen to that and accept it, then that is like the foolishness of the king." Lav Kush spoke in the royal assembly that, "Oh, Ram is king. Does he have no proper conception or qualification? That some washerman spoke ill of Sita or someone else spoke ill, then, oh, he cannot take proper consideration. Without any proper consideration, he exiled Sita. Was that necessary? Was that an appropriate chastisement? He does not know how to properly discipline." Then, there, Lav and Kush began to raise this discussion. Ram desired someone to take the Purva Paksha. Purva Paksha means like someone who takes the opposing side. One person will give like a thesis, the other person will give an antithesis, and then gradually they will come to a synthesis or a compromise. But Ram, there was no one in Ayodhya who was opposing Ram or taking the opposite side. Everyone was saying, "Okay, Ram has done well." No one was saying, "Oh, that Ram should not have acted like this. Who is this washerman? Why did she listen to this person criticizing Ram and Sita?" But now, Lav and Kush, for the first time in the royal assembly, like in the court, they were taking the side of like the defendant. Then what did Guru teach them? He gave them proper understanding who is Sita. She is not only the mother of everyone, she is the Shakti of Bhagavan, and without Shakti, then Shaktiman or the Lord is like in what condition he will come to. So they gave this pure knowledge, not only knowledge but realization and proper understanding. So Ram was very happy hearing this. He was sad, but still also he was somewhat happy because he thought, now truly someone has spoken properly. Then Sumitra, Kaushalya and Guru Vashistha, they all said, "Oh, let us bring Sita home, let us bring her back." And they said, "Ram, now you should consider this." After how many days was it? So long. It was many years after Ram first exiled Sita. But now Ram had some enthusiasm returned to him. So Love and Kush were taught everything by their guru, and the guru was staying with Sita. So therefore, all this inspiration came. So at the end of this assembly that day, Ram told Lakshman, please go to the treasury and take like the most priceless necklace and jewel or different ornaments, and go them and decorate these two boys with these ornaments, as well as royal cloth. Give these all as gifts to the boys. I want them to receive all our priceless jewels. Then they went to bring them to Lavankush, and Lavankush said, oh, is this the proper etiquette? That, oh, you are giving so much wealth to brahmachari. Is that proper? Is that not crossing beyond proper etiquette? This is disrespect to our guru and disrespect to a brahmachari. That brahmacharis take fruits, roots, and they will take like fallen leaves from a tree to maintain themselves, or they will anyhow dress with like skin of a deer, and in this way they do their sadhan. You try to give them so much nice things, royal clothes, food, ornaments, and oh, this is not proper. Oh, just look how qualified this king is. Now everyone can understand how this king is qualified. Then Ram put his head down and could not say anything. He could not say anything, and he was very silent and peaceful. Then Vashishta said, oh, you should always appropriately respect brahmacharis and give them appropriate things. So he said, okay. Then later Ram again asked, oh, ask them who their parents are at that time. Then they gave a very strong answer. Oh, to a brahmachari, you should ask who is their guru and which ashram they stay in, or whose guru they are the disciple of, which guru. And they have no connection to their mother and father. If they give that, then they are not guru's disciple. If they are staying like a brahmachari and you ask them who their parents are and they respond with their past life and experience, then they are not real disciples of guru or brahmacharis. They will give, who is my guru, where do I stay? That is disrespect to the brahmacharis. You should ask them who their guru is. So Ram became now even more shy, that this is to give the proper respect to guru. That is the duty of a disciple. If you go here and there and then start showing who I am, where I come from, oh, I am from a Brahmin family, these are my parents, these are my dynasty and my generation, and you don't mention guru, then that is offense to guru. You are like a vantasi, like a vomit eater. You gave up once, and now you are jumping back into like the pot of stool and urine, and you are licking that vomit and stool and urine. Then Ram was stunned, as well as Vashishtaji, and he said, oh, Vashishtaji said, Ram, you should not ask like that to a brahmachari. They are the disciples of Maharshi Valmiki. Then Ram said, please, I'm inviting you again to come and sing more tomorrow. When Love and Kush came back the next day, first they went back to their ashram, and there, their Gurudev asked them, where did you go today? Why? That they would always go and tell where they had gone that day. So today they said, they went to a king's royal assembly, and they asked us, what did they ask? He told them about the story, they told him, and then they told him how they responded. And they said, oh, why were they disrespecting our Guru? They don't know proper etiquette, or what you should give to a brahmachari, or what you should ask a brahmachari. Oh, you try to enjoy, or try to bribe them with gold and jewels and silver and diamonds. In this way you want to destroy the brahmacharis. And what else? Oh, they said, who is your mother and father? Oh, is that what you should ask a brahmachari? Don't they know anything? That we are dressed and living as brahmacharis? What? Then you do not know anything? So Sita was listening. And then they said, oh mother, something was very astonishing. What? They said, oh mother, that we saw there was a singhasan on the left side of the king. And there we saw a murti, golden murti, that looked just like you, but the only difference between you was that she did not speak and you speak. Otherwise she looked exactly like your true copy. And just like you weep and tears fall from your eyes, it was also, we could see tears falling from the eyes of that statue or murti. Then Sita understood, oh, she could not say anything. She anyhow contained her emotion. Then the next day when they went, they began to sing again. Then the topic of Sita's exile came and how Sita was disrespected. And then the consideration came up, and that by this all the subjects and the king, they said, no one will be able to be happy as long as Sita is being disrespected like this. So then Ram and all the subjects who were present listening, they all began to lament and cry out, oh, we have lost our Sita. Everything is our fault. It is our fault. Let us go and bring her back. Then Kaushalya, Kaikeyi, Sumitra, the queens, they began to loudly wail like a mother that has lost her calf, or like a mother who has lost her infant. Today, by the singing and Katha of Love and Kush, everyone became maddened in separation of Sita. Ram was also sitting very grave, but his heart was breaking and shaking. Therefore, those who do not have Tattva Gyan and have not taken shelter of Guru, then Bhagavan and his Shakti, oh, they can never understand them. Today, Love and Kush gave everyone self-consciousness, a realization, and the Atma Chaitanya Vritti, the proper tendency of the self, soul. Then Ram said, oh, we should not wait any longer. It has been more than long enough. Even the demigods, everyone took the side of Love and Kush and Sita. And all together, then they began to, it was like a loud din was rising. Everyone was chanting, oh, what have they done before? Now everyone has, it is such a wrong that has been done. Everyone began to shout like this. Though did they not know this before? Everyone was again ignorant before. Even Guru and everyone who was present there. Why did they allow this to happen before then? They could not understand Bhagavat Shakti Sita. Therefore, you need pure Guru. Then Love Kush, they gave this pure consciousness, and by this Atma Chaitana or pure self-knowledge, then everyone began to understand the wrong that had been committed. And Ram then sent Vaishishta. When Ram was going to do the Rajasuya Yagya, then his Gurudev told him, first, Satrugna, he was taking a horse before this happened. He was going here and there with the royal horse to collect taxes from the different kings for his Rajasuya Yagya, because you cannot do this Rajasuya Yagya if anyone is separate, independent from the emperor. And so then Bharat and Satrugna, he was taking a horse that had a sign on it that, oh, if anyone is opposing this horse, they want to oppose Ram, then they should be prepared for battle. Otherwise, they should bow before this horse and admit their fealty to Lord Ram and give some tax. So Love and Kush saw this horse coming to past the Guru's ashram, and they thought, oh, look how proud this king is. He is showing that he is greater than everyone and greater than all the sadhus and gurus, that no one is greater than Guru and sadhus. They are so proud. Now we will show. And they're saying, oh, if we stop this horse, then we'll have to fight. They captured the horse and bound the horse. Then Shatrugna came and said, oh, let the horse go. They said, no. Oh. Then he said, no, okay, we writ wrong. Then tell like that. They said, oh, say that you have done wrong, and then we'll let the horse go. Then Shatrugna said, oh, no, I won't do that. Then they said, oh, don't speak such big words. You're just little boys. They said, oh, you are weak and a coward, therefore you cannot speak to us. So Shatrugna thought, what can I do with these little boys? They're so strong. He thought, oh, how can I fight with these boys? So at first he went back to Ram. Then Hanuman went. Ram sent Ram, and then the boys captured Hanuman and tied him to a tree. And then they came back to Sita and said, oh, mother, today we had a big fight. Oh, there was someone brought a horse that was very proud, and they were saying, "Oh, no one is bigger than us." But, "Oh, who are you bigger than? Oh, you have no faith in our Guru. You think you are bigger than our Guru?" Then we caught the horse, and then the prince came, and we beat him, and then a big monkey came, and we caught him and tied him up to a tree. She said, "Oh, who did you tie?" He said, "Oh, I tied up the soldiers that were with the horse, and then also a big monkey." "Oh, what did the monkey look like?" Then they described him. She said, "Oh." So they told like this, and they said, "Oh, we'll go." We told the monkey, "I'm going to see my mother, and then we'll bring you back some food to eat." So what should we tell the monkey? Then Sita began to cry. "Why are you crying, mother?" "Oh, that is my eldest son." "Oh, that is my brother, my big brother." "Oh, you didn't tell us that we had a big brother." "Why is he a monkey?" "Oh, why is my brother a monkey?" Should I give them a roti also? Like, oh, that Radharani, Sita, she living in the forest. What did they make? They make rotis, but they make it out of like different types of grass. Then she said, "Okay, let us take him some rotis." And they asked, "Should we let him free?" She didn't say anything. She was only crying and could not stop crying. And that time then Valmiki came. And also Ram was coming, hearing about this, and he thought, "Oh, my Hanuman has been captured, everyone has been captured." So he was going. Then they told Valmiki, "Oh, he is so proud, he thinks he is bigger than you, and he thinks he is supreme. Now I've captured everyone, only taking your name." "Oh, son, like this. Who did you bind?" "Oh, this person, he thinks he is a king in Ayodhya, he came with, and he sent his horse." "Who is that?" "Oh, we will also capture Ram and bind Ram also." Then Ram came. Valmiki also came. That Ram and the boys were about to fight. Ram and his sons. They said, "Oh," Ram said, "Let the horse go." They said, "No." "Oh," he said, "Who are you?" They said, "Oh, I am the master of the horse." They said, "Did you write the sign?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Then we won't let him go." They told him, "Oh, you must say that you are not supreme, you are not the biggest. Our Guru is greater than you." And he said, "Oh, don't speak so big words, you're just little boys. If you want to fight, speak like this, then you'll have to fight with me." So they said, "Oh, unless you admit you are lower, then you'll have to fight with us." "Then why do you think you're so big?" Then Ram said, "Oh, are you ready to fight with me?" They said, "Oh, yes, we are ready. Come in the field, we will fight with you. We are not afraid of you." Then, right as the boys, Lavankush and Ram, were about to start firing arrows at each other, Valmiki came in the middle and stopped it. But when Lavankush began to sing and glorify Sita, village to village and town to town, then everyone's proper Atma Chaitana or real knowledge came within them. Therefore, until Aprakrita Tattva and Aprakrita Gyan come, or transcendental knowledge and Shakti, and then the Jivas are not connected to that current of pure conception, then they are ignorant or Agyani. Therefore, Gurudev, first of all, gives Bhagavat Shakti or Swarup Shakti, and he connects us to that and gives us Samanda Gyan or knowledge of the glory of Swarup Shakti. And Yoga Maya, who is the manifestation of Swarup Shakti, she will manifest all the glories along with all ulas or joy into the jivas or sadhakas. And when one takes shelter of Shakti, then Shaktiman naturally will be there. Shakti is the divine potency, and where she is, then automatically Ram or Krishna or the Lord will be present. So then Ram went with Vasishtaji and sent an invitation for Sita to come back. When she came back, then again Ram asked once more in front of the royal assembly. Oh, he told her, "Oh, you should give a test in front of everyone if you are chaste or not." She said, "Oh, however I am. The earth is my mother. I came from the earth. Now I am telling my mother, please take me away." So then the earth broke apart, and Sita, the earth goddess, rose up, and then Sita sat in her chariot, and then she disappeared, and the earth closed up, and Ram took a bow and arrow and pointed at the earth and began to threaten the earth. So Without Shakti, Shaktiman will never be happy. If you want to please Shaktiman, then first you must please Shakti. You may act duplicitously or try to go directly or make some anyay and think we can please the Lord without accepting Shakti. This is like Ravan's tendency or nature, not only kutaniti or like deceitfulness. This is like a very horrible offense, and this is great opposition to the Lord. Therefore, today, Krishna saw that the Ras Utsava, or the festival of Ras, where did this Ras come from? Who is the fountainhead of that, and who gives this Ras? Therefore, today, he left Srimati Radharani. When they would meet with her, then both together they would be in separation from Sri Krishna. Then they would develop one sama sneha, or one mood, and svajatiya, the mood of being in one group. Then they would realize also the glory of Srimati Radhika, seeing her supreme separation, even much greater than their own. And they would take shelter of her, and then through Radharani's mercy and grace they would make connection with Krishna, or real sambandha. Otherwise, only saying Krishna, Krishna is not enough. Therefore, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw the nature and condition of the jivas in Kali Yuga, then he hid Radharani's name and said Hare Krishna, which is the hidden name of Radharani, or Hare, which means Radharani who steals the mind of Hare Krishna. Otherwise, they will not say Radhe Radhe. Nowadays, in many societies, they have made it a ban that you cannot say Radhe Radhe. Only on Radharastami, for 3 minutes only, you can chant Radhe Radhe. After that is forbidden. And all year round, you are not allowed to sing the names of Radharani, but only on Radharastami for 3 minutes. Then, what is the nature of that society? But until you have taken shelter of the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani, then where will you get Tattva Gyan from? Where will the Ras come from? Where will the Ananda Ras come from? And where will all the upakaran, or facility or preparations for serving the Lord, come from? Therefore, today, when Srimati Radhika told Krishna, I cannot go any further, she said, now I cannot go further. Why? I don't care. Throw it away. She said, I cannot go any further. So Krishna saw, I will not take you further. Why? He wanted to arrange something for the Brajadevi sadhakas, sadhak siddhas. So the Lord, time and again, sends His very dearest associates to this world. Then, this is thinking of the welfare of all the jivas. Therefore, He sends His associates to this world. That Sri Krishna, who is the control of even Brahma, Shiva, Shankar, that Srimati Radhika told him, oh, I cannot walk any further. My feet are tired. Please, now, if you want, then you can take me anywhere you like. Take me on your shoulders and carry me anywhere you like. There, Sridhar Swami now explains, after feeling like she was the greatest, going forward with Sri Krishna, Radharani told Keshav, oh Keshav, Keshav is he who decorates the hair or kesh of Srimati Radhika. So she said, now I have walked so far, now I am tired. I cannot walk any further. This is some type of crookedness. So when Krishna said, "Let us go further, the gopis are close behind," she said, "Oh, I do not want to go any further. I cannot walk any further. If you want, you can carry me. Otherwise, I will not go further." Why? Radharani thought, "I have gone so far away from the other gopis, and they are all suffering so much in separation. They have suffered so much. I do not want them." It was not that she was tired. She thought, "Oh, actually, the gopis are tired. I have made them so tired and so sad, separate from Sri Krishna, so we must give them mercy. If you want to go, you can go. If you have some other business, you can go forward. But I'm thinking of them, so I want to wait for them." How merciful Srimati Radhika is. Karunam Karunamai Karunabarite. She knows, if they sing Radhe Radhe, then they would get their mercy. But the gopis were not chanting Radhe Radhe. Then who would give their mercy? Would Krishna give mercy? No. Krishna, that he took the Kripa Karne Wala with him. He took that person who can give mercy with him. So who was there to give mercy to the gopis? And they were only lamenting and crying. That if a child is crying in the home, if the mother is not there, then who will pacify the child? Then he will cry and weep. He may even beat his head, but who will come? Who will come to help the child? So, if Radharani is not present, then who will say anything to the gopis or help the gopis? Who will give them Ananda Ras or give them mercy? No one will be there. So, Radharani became pleased or happy, and she thought, Krishna said, "No, I will show you more areas of the forest," but she said, "I cannot go any further. If you want, you can take me, but I will not go." Sridhar Swami says, Radharani said, "Oh, as you took me away with the gopis, now you can also carry me away. As wherever you like, I will go, but I will not walk any further." Jiva Goswami Prabhu here says, Chakravarti Thakur says, Radharani told Keshav, "Oh, Keshav means he who decorates the hair of Srimati Radhika, or the Kesh of Radharani." So she said, "Oh, Keshav, that if the beloved speaks strong words to the lover, then it is very pleasing to him. He likes it. If they speak very strong or crooked, there's not so much taste or nectar if one is speaking straight to the beloved." So Radharani said, "Oh, now I'm tired. I've gone very far with you. Now I will not go any further. If you want, you can carry me. Otherwise, I will not go even one step further." So Krishna said, "Oh, we should not sit and rest here. Why? It is dangerous. The gopis are close behind." Why? The gopis are coming close behind, and they will anyhow stop our meeting together alone. And if they come here, then we cannot meet together with them all. Let us go further ahead and hide somewhere. So Radharani said, "Oh, wherever you want, you can take me. But I cannot go further." So Radharani said like this, and she was thinking how tired the gopis are, how much they are suffering. We should give them mercy. Then Krishna sat down and she started to climb up on a rock to climb onto Krishna's shoulders. And then Krishna also, he was thinking that now I have to leave Radharani here. That will be proper. Otherwise, if the gopis see her with me, then their jealousy and enmity will increase, as well as they will feel like so much enmity towards her and will think her to be like an obstacle or a problem, and they will think of me as so, like with an ordinary mood. So I have to save them from this. So, hearing Radharani's playful words, Krishna left and disappeared from that place, while Radharani was not looking. Krishna understood her playful words and her desire. Therefore, Krishna disappeared from that place. Krishna desired that now I will look how the gopis meet with Srimati Radhika when I am hidden, and how they meet with her, and how they lament together, and how they accept Radharani and have like one mood with her. Chakravarti Thakur says, Krishna thought in his mind that Srimati Radhika, who is the supreme crest jewel of all beloveds in pure love, that I want to see now how the gopis meet with her when she has lost me. Radharani came also in the Vamya Bhav, or the contrary mood. So, Swayam Krishna, Krishna himself, she began to speak like this with him. But in this way, she was indicating to Krishna Radharani did not show the Dakshin Bhav, or like the instead she was showing like the Vamya or contrary mood instead of the Dakshin Bhav, or like the humble mood. Krishna thought that giving up her any Dakshin mood, Krishna thought, I will also go. He wanted to see the ras, that he saw his like Sambhog meeting with Srimati Radhika, but not separation of Radharani. And he thought this Viraha or Radharani separation for me will be auspicious for everyone, that when they see how she is lamenting in my absence, then they will understand what is pure, spotless love, and then they will become purified by that, and then they can meet with me. Like if there is a fire, everything is burning, then like the part if you put gold in a fire, the gold will become only more pure, and any alloyed metals that are mixed with the gold will be burnt and go away. So if someone is like through Vipralamba ras, through the fire of separation, then one can be burnt and completely purified. Through Vipralamba, Shringar ras is made complete, or through separation, the amorous mellow of love in Braj is made complete. So Krishna thought, I will also have to leave Radharani for a short time. That seeing the separation of Srimati Radhika, all the gopis would come together in one mood of separation. Then all their chitta, all their moods would all be one-pointed and connected. Then Krishna thought, then I will again appear before them. And then together we can all do the Ananda Ras Leela. And then no one will have Abhiman or pride. In this way, Krishna considered like this, and taking this determination, he disappeared. Now, Krishna disappeared from Srimati Radhika's vision, and then she lamented, oh, hey Krishna. Before that, she said, oh, if you want, you can take me, but now I am tired from wandering in the forest, that I have stayed awake all night, moving here and there. But now, I cannot go forward. At that time, Leela Shakti, the pastime potency, arranged this pastime, and now Radharani, when Sri Krishna disappeared, she began to lament and weep in separation, and she prayed, Hanata Haramana Pristha Kasi Kasi Mahabrajo.